We can show that. We can show that.
Can we? Oh, I don't know if we can. Listen, I'm on the diary cover, and I don't think anybody's ready for it. Definitely nobody's ready for it.
Fine,
All
I'll
right,
stop.
if I
I get the hint.
no.
I
I
get the
think
hint.
that's a good thing. I think that's a good way. You know, it's a lot like peanut butter, I say. Have you ever? You know, I've really realized it today. Hello, welcome to our stream. Oh, you just caught us mid conversation. Oh, oh,
Discussing various kinds of butters.
so many. Shea, um,
Almond.
peanut. What are
Truffle,
cows?
if you're feeling bougie.
What? What'd you say? Truffle. I
Truffle
thought you
butter.
said something else. I thought you. I did not hear truffle.
I apologize for what you think I said.
Listen.
But also, let me welcome you all to Devs and Diaries, the weekly show where myself, Michael, and my co-host Farhan play some games. We're both developers of Jackbox games. That's an important part of the thing. And at the end of our time together, we create an entry for our shared private diary. Please respect our privacy, but also please watch our show.
Oh yes. If we take a quick trip. Last time we talked about. I think we talked about cherubs. Oh, right. We talked about love again because that's what we talk about most of the time on this podcast because I don't know. But
Nothing to
we
read
talked
into there.
about how we talked about the love drive-bys that are called Cupid, and the Cupid gang. And I think we started talking about Mrs. Butterworth, but I forgot like why we talked about Mrs. Butterworth.
Does one need a reason?
I mean, somebody might have asked something, and that's what this podcast is all about. It's not a podcast, it's a show. There's a reason why Michael has started doing our introductions. It's because I can't remember what the hell this thing is. It's a show. And the other thing is, I can't remember my own damn name. So this is why Michael does our intros. The whole point was that was supposed to be a segue to say, hey, you know, it might have been a question that somebody asked. If you want to ask us anything, the purpose of the show is to ask us questions. It's an open line from us to you. Feel free to post questions in the chat or on your screen. You'll see the Devs and Diaries link. Post it to a Google form. We're here for you. You know, we're out here trying to shed some light, you know, as two 26-year-olds know so much about life. You know what I mean? So we're just trying to impart some wisdom as the the seasoned veterans that we are.
Year-olds. Yeah. Hey, I've been reading this is a plug for a book I didn't write. I've been reading Press Reset, which is a story of game studios shuttering, and 26, not terribly young for the games industry. Not just saying. So it's a good book. Everyone should read it. I was reading it. I was actually reading it on a flight. I was taking advantage of those vaccine immunities, and I was reading this on a flight. But I kept when you're on a flight and like your ears just like they start to like get pressurized or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like so. Yeah. I don't know.
The worst.
It just hurt a lot is all I'm trying to say.
I was flying back from Asheville. It was the absolute worst. I couldn't sleep properly, and then I borrowed someone's travel pillow. But the problem is that I don't know what kind of flight I was, but I was flying in like a can, like a bread can. For some reason, and the issue was that I didn't have any place to sleep, so like what I ended up doing was I took my travel pillow and just put it in the seat in front of me. I think it was like Allegiant Air or something. And I put the pillow right in front of me, and I just slammed my head in between like my head and the seat, so that way I could just like sleep sitting up. And I hope to God. Do you ever hope that there's a point in your life that you'll end up on Reddit, but you'll never know, like 10 years in the future? Like, I hope someone was like, look at this idiot trying to
captured it. Yeah.
Like, someone shows up and they're like, man, look at this idiot trying to fall asleep on a plane. And I'm going to be like, man, that was
But then you're internet famous, and you can cash those checks at The bank.
Yes, I could be frequent flyer Frank or something, and that'll be my handle. And my name starts with an F. Why did I go with Frank? I could be frequent flyer Farhan. Oh my god.
Well, I think my problem was maybe just like some buildup in my ears or something. Like, I don't know, like something. What builds up in your? I don't know. Could you think of anything, Farhan?
Oh
That maybe-
man, I think you're talking about excess wax, maybe. Oh,
Oh.
this man out here with the segues. He's killing the game. He's killing
Wow.
the who is he?
Well, that
Oh, man.
leads just
I didn't
so
even-
beautifully into our first. Wow.
I didn't even. That's the worst part about it. I
Wasn't
actually,
intentional.
for real, this is how you know Michael's a performer. For real, I actually didn't even realize you were doing a segue. It took me a second. I was just like,
well, we got a great
he's
story
talking
out of how
about
you
debris.
you have hopes and dreams of being on the front page of Reddit for having your face squished between a pillow and a hard place.
I mean, sometimes you need that. I actually woke up when I got back home. I woke up, I looked in the mirror and I saw like the biggest lump on my forehead. It was the worst. I don't know when at that point, in the point that I was sleeping, that I bumped my head, but man, I was a laughing
It's
stock
fun
all
that
the
you didn't
entire
wake
way home.
up.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it's fun that it didn't wake you up. That's
was-
a fun feature of your body that you can take a serious blow to the head and it not matter.
Dude, I've done that a couple times in my life. I'm much like Yoshi. It is ridiculous. I can do the fat noggin into like a bunch of things. Here, as we go through the game, I'll show you. And for anybody who wants to play with us, join on in with ESBW. The room code's ESBW, and there's join in on the audience if you didn't get in the game. But yeah. Bumped my much like the monkeys on the bed, I bumped my head constantly, right? So I have this story where I got into the United or whatever Allegiant Air, bumped my head. The other part of it is like, did I ever tell you about when I got into my longboarding accident?
If you're the first player to earn 3
Yeah, I do remember this because you went to work still, right?
I did. I did. It was probably, I don't know why I didn't. I don't know why I didn't just like, take off work. But on the way back from work, I was coming back from lunch one time. I hit a pothole and straight up ate it, bro, on the
And the prompt is...
Bro, I was riding my board and I
doing
just shred my head.
I did some head shredding, bro. No, but I got shell shocked on Madison and Wacker. So, ooh.
Well, I'm glad you made it.
Yeah, I mean,
but maybe your personality changed fundamentally after the accident. And you wouldn't be the person that you are today if not for it.
Here's the fun fact about that. I think about that constantly. I think about my trajectory and like TBIs and like brain injuries, no matter what, is. Hold up. You gotta listen for this game, and that's.
5, 4, 3, 2.
God, ew.
No!
I like that one the most. Oh man.
Judge, it's in your
Oh,
hands
that
now.
last one's dark. That last one is dark.
The last one is a little dark. That one is like the 90s campaigns,
Yeah.
Also, Zacharies has been putting in phenomenal
decided, and the winning
pancake
sounds
puns
are-
in the chat. You got the syrup to my pancakes. You got trying to make a good
Trying to make
syrup
a
pun.
good
It's
syrup
always
pun
a
is
sticky
always a
situation.
sticky situation.
I'm here for you, Zacharies. This is great.
The judge is...
I believe that all sounds for this was all Andy, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Our prompt will be...
I don't pretend to know Andy's mind.
Position.
I know.
Time to choose
I mean, I
yourselves.
have no idea where they get their stuff from, but typically, like, royalty-free stuff is always, like, I know there's royalty-free websites, or, like, you pay a subscription to, like, a royalty-free sound service, and they may use that. I'm not sure if our audio people specifically use that. I would be shocked if they didn't. But, like, typically in video games, you'll see a lot of people use royalty-free music. They'll go to, like, royalty-free sites, or they'll pay, like, a monthly
Oh, yeah.
subscription and be like,
If
"Hey,
you're
I'm
if you're looking to find
grab
royalty-free stuff, I use free sounds for all of my game prototypes. You can filter by the license, so you can find CC0 sound effects to use that don't require attribution if you need them.
double thumbs up for free game sounds. God.
The bagpipes.
What was the? Oh, that was the website we used for the.
Softer.
Dude.
That one game.
Yeah, the Unity game, right?
Yeah.
Not good.
Which we can't talk about.
Press here.
See.
Judge, do your thing.
Oh man, I like.
The heavy panting followed by a bad piano.
Oh no,
Tiny
mine's
note.
getting.
Softer.
There's something about that mixed with yoga that bothers me so much.
Yeah.
I love it.
I think the key to my success was putting the fart first.
You really,
I think.
honestly, I'm such a child. That'll be the one thing that'll get me every single time. Oh, I do want to say,
I now
Zach
present
Zachary's
the
mentions
prompt.
the informational
should
videos on
read
drunk
my
driving,
expired
drugs,
needs.
and all that stuff. Those videos were
Sound selection starts now.
straight up. I mean, like, they did their job, right? Because I feel like we're the Uber generation. There's a lot less. Hold on.
Some of them were pretty bad at making you think that drugs weren't cool.
Some of them are really bad at that
shouldn't
because
read
there
my
was like the
expired
ones where it
needs.
was like some dude in a trench
Not
coat
good.
and then it was just like, do you want some wacky tobacco? And then they're like, nah, man, grass is for mowing. And then it's just like, dude, those guys are the lamest people I've ever seen. I don't want to be part of that. I don't want to be part of those crew. But you have like, and then you have the other part of it where it's just like they get really real with it, and those were like, oh, okay, we're not gonna show
Oh, so
children
sad.
violence, but like you're in 6th grade, we're gonna show you horrific car accidents. It's like, yeah, no, that'll put some hair on your chest immediately for like 8 a.m.
Onward.
As long as I got a Dare T-shirt out of it, which is it's so funny now
wish I
because it's
got
like
one.
an ironic brand thing now.
The winner
Like
is-
it's cool to have one now, like it's some sort of
1
ironic
point richer.
millennial
Not the
thing.
judge.
I mean, I guess it's just like harkening back to the thing that we all knew that was like weirdly ineffective across the
Yeah.
board, you know? Oh, Murder Burger, that's such a cool name.
The prompt.
A fitting avatar
The
as
two sound
well.
effects you have that make the least amount of sense when put together.
Is that Ryan?
Choose those.
Oh
sound
yeah, it's
effects.
definitely
It
Ryan.
sounds like Ryan. Okay.
It's 100% Ryan. I have a band joke.
The two sound
Okay,
effects
go
you
for
have
it.
that make the least amount of sense when put together.
This may take a while.
Yeah. God,
That's like noir. That's some noir.
that is. Machine, yeah.
Aww.
That makes sense.
Judging.
Some of,
convincing.
okay, I think we all did a bad job.
Yep.
I think that actually all of these go well together. Right? You could be riding a bicycle
The
outside.
winner has
I-
been selected.
see,
the sounds chosen
I don't know. You could be brushing your teeth underwater.
The
Okay, well.
Bicycle Bell Falcon call, that's shocking to me. See, the thing about like the whip crack fart
1 point goes
is,
to you.
and let
Way to
me
go.
just write a thesis about this real quick.
Judging this round
Because
will be
there's one of two situations you're
Please
in,
select a
right?
prompt.
It's either one, you are on the toilet and cracking the whip, which is just like, okay, then what are you cracking the whip at?
Maybe no. I mean,
Or-
when do you have time to practice your whip work?
Are you gonna whip? Well, I guess
Your
I didn't
prompt is
consider
as
the fact that the bathroom was like really
bullets.
big, right? Because that's a safety hazard.
If
you're
you
gonna, like,
own a whip, probably you have a big bathroom. Just putting that out
I
there.
don't necessarily think so because, like, hold up, give me a second. Here's the thing. If you have a big,
You don't disagree with my bathroom postulation?
well, I think that it's like, do you consider an
People with
outhouse with
mullets.
no walls a big bathroom?
Hello? Is anybody
It's the
We gotta
biggest
stay.
bathroom.
We gotta put our. We
It's
gotta.
the biggest bathroom for Han.
We gotta. You're right. It's a field. I'm just saying, like, we gotta set our calibration, right? I gotta make sure that we're on the same page here. But that makes sense. If that's the biggest bathroom of all time, right? Then I can totally understand.
You're fired. 1920.
No, wait. Oh, when's the Great Depression? No, whatever.
The Great Depression was 1920.
Judge, start judging.
Hmm.
The
Ah.
best
I
sounds
get
have
to-
been chosen.
Do you get
They
to vote
are
twice? Oh, I guess you do.
I'm unsure.
You have earned
Oh,
1
man.
point for yourself. You should be proud.
You should be
I'm the
proud.
judge. Time to select
Now
a
we can
prompt.
make fun of Ryan.
Oh, it's me, huh?
The other scenario you could be in is you're on
That
a
man taking off his
horse
tights.
and then you're like farting, which
Players,
is
select your sounds.
or pooping, which is even worse.
Or no, just fart. It was just a fart
It's
sound,
just a
right?
fart
I
sound.
mean,
yeah, I guess you're right.
but like, I'd imagine if I had indigestion and I was in the Wild West riding a horse, then, I mean, you'd be farting a ton. And also, like, it's not like you're crop dusting anyone. Pun intended? I don't know. It's a dust bowl. Get it? I don't
Oh,
know.
that's what you're talking. That's what you meant.
may
I
take
thought
a
you
while.
meant like, oh, okay. Well, if you're pooping out in a field, then you're in the crowd. Right? It's like, oh, okay, cool. That makes sense. Crop dusting. How did we determine?
How do we know it's
the
how do we
male?
know it's a male?
Yeah.
How do we know it's a
How
male?
do we know it's a male?
So-
I mean, like,
there, you idiot?
oh god.
Yes.
No.
Oh my god.
No.
Then
Oh, it's worse
what
when
is
it's
this?
longer.
Potty stream. Why is it still going?
Oh,
Can it please stop?
oh, why do we make these games?
Welcome.
Oh, so uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Let the games begin.
Oh god. It's a
Oh, wow. Well, that made my body start to sweat. Oh my gosh.
Are your knees weak,
This may
arms
take a
heavy?
I just need some more mom spaghetti. Honestly, that'll
Awarded 1 point.
that'll calm me right down.
Congratulations.
You know? That's
The
the thing.
judge.
It's not
Choose the
about the
next prompt.
spaghetti. It's about mom. You know? And sometimes actually it's not about it sounds weird.
It was just Father's Day for Han. I can't
Listen,
believe you would
it's
just.
missing.
Dad's spaghetti.
Choose your sounds
Everybody
wisely.
forgets about no, it's dad's rigatoni. Everybody's talking about mom's spaghetti, but what about dad's penne vodka?
Rigatoni is a fantastic pasta shape. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
It's the
like,
best.
Because the ridges, they pick up the sauce, so it can just, yeah, wow, it's really quite amazing and multi-use. That was me picking a sound effects.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Uh,
no, I got you. Whenever that happens, I'm just hoping that I try to like tee you up for something, so that way I just have I can just focus on this for like a second.
That's a good pair.
Oh. That's a good. No, that's a solid dinner party. That's
wow.
Here.
Oh.
That's meta.
That's also pretty applicable.
Let the judge
You know what no one said ever?
Huh?
You know what this party's missing? The police.
You're a boring party person, I'm hearing.
No,
you know?
I don't know.
Listen,
Judging is done. The winner is.
it's me, baby. Sometimes you need a little arson. You need a little arson. You need a little explosion. What's that in your drink? TNT, baby.
The point
What's
is
that? A
yours.
mixer?
And the judge is.
Concrete, you say?
So,
Oh, man. Oh, man.
I was. Thank you.
someone is
I don't know how to pronounce that Twitch username.
Don't worry, I'll help you.
Jin Karen? Oh, I'm sorry I even tried. There was a good Sting joke in there, and you've made it. Pretty sure that was set at one of
Sound
Sting's
selection
parties.
starts Now.
I don't know much about Sting, but I feel like I gotta look up their parties. Oh, crapola. I accidentally refreshed, but that's okay.
Oh. Well, good. I guess on the name pronunciation, I got it right.
Selection for a golf you're about to swing.
Oh, nice. My.
Oh,
why do we gotta-
God.
What is the? Who's the?
Oh!
Who made this game? That was a wonderful Wilhelm scream, dude. It was perfect. Can you do it again?
No, it was
no,
worse.
not that time. And that's the thunder strike from what's it called? That sounds like the thunder strike from Back to the Future. Save the clock tower.
Oh, yeah.
Judge, start judging.
Wow, that. That's
You
like-
know,
like
the
iconic.
worst part about it is that, like, I'm pretty sure after making this game, like, we've been here. They're still here. But we gotta talk. We gotta talk to some people and be like, hey, what the
judge
heck?
has decided
Why
how
is there
these
so
sounds
many
are.
evacuating? Why is it called evacuating bowels? That's my problem.
The bow. It's just so much. Look, I understand that it. Look,
You are now one.
I understand that it's funny,
The judge is.
but why?
Time. Pick a good one.
Why must we do this? Can it stop? Will it stop?
No, probably not.
Time.
But
I think we'll stop making the fart jokes when you stop laughing at them.
oh no,
Select your
we're
sounds,
passing the buck. We're not the problem. You keep enabling us,
Oh, God.
Dad.
Hmm. Huh. I don't know about this one. I don't know about this prompt actually.
Now that he's a real boy.
Hmm. How does he know that he's real though?
See, oh well, okay. Now my question to you is, how do any of us know that we're real?
Exactly.
I'm not even trying to be.
I think therefore I am. Is that all it takes?
Well, how are you gonna question whether he's real or not? See, this is where it gets interesting. Like, what is a real boy? Is it someone?
If you know,
Like-
if someone watched a CG animated film, like a 3D CG animated film, and saw Pinocchio animated and then thought he was a real boy, Is he any less real to that person than you or I?
I mean, when you really think about it, the only thing that separates us from, like when you look at another person, you have empathy for that person, so much so
Judge,
that
it's in
you're
your
like,
hands
oh,
now.
okay, this person is an actual person, right? They think, they feel, because I can put myself in their shoes. But if you can do that with
Oops.
Pinocchio, are they not as human?
Exactly. I mean, I think that like we can't know anything is true for sure. We just make our best guesses,
A winner has been
and
selected. The sound
there's no
scores
reason
are-
that can't extend to Pinocchio's reality,
That's what I'm
right?
saying.
And plus, if like there's infinite, like
1 point
the
goes
universe
to
is infinitely large or whatever, we won't be able to reach it all
Judge.
because of something that I forget
Select
about
font.
the heat death of the universe. But there's a Pinocchio somewhere, probably, right? That's how math works.
I mean, probably.
prompt is as
I guess where
follows.
I'm getting at more,
Why we don't
more
talk
than like, is Pinocchio real? I think my main argument that
Time to
I'm
choose
making
yourselves.
is that I don't think anybody's real. When you
You're
really,
right. Everyone else besides you is automatons
Yo, I
with
don't
no
even
thoughts.
know if I'm real.
and-
But like, you have to
yeah.
have some sort of baseline, right? So of course I have to be like, oh, okay.
You're right.
I got it. My baseline is at least me. But I don't know. Something to think about, right? Like, how can because like when you look at people in the
Why we
I don't.
talk
I mean,
about
I don't
the
think
step
like.
trip.
I think you can know that you're real, but I don't know if like I would ever make a different choice given the exact same setup. You know. Like I do think I am a bit of an automaton that way. Like, if everything was the exact same, I would make the same choice every time.
yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No,
And in
makes
that
sense.
way, free will isn't like real, but it's very useful to think that free will does exist because you'll end up doing more.
Yes. So you think that free will does not exist? That that we're gonna follow a set of things, very predictable, but having the ability.
If you could
brings you
perfectly
solace.
describe all of the factors that
Onward.
generated you and perfectly describe the situation in which you're making a choice, you would make that same choice every time.
Yes.
I think that that's true, but then also, like, on top of that, it's very useful to think that free will exists. You end up just doing a lot more work. Like, so, like, you end up making choices that are more positive to your health.
The game is
See, I'm saying the
so I
word
have
choices.
declared a winner.
Like your life, it's kind of an ignorance is bliss thing. You need to act as though free will does exist, even though it doesn't. Basically,
Interesting.
you got an achievement.
Here is the winner
I
of
did.
the most likes.
Well, I've never
You
played
wrecked
this
something
game.
malfunction. Hey, another achievement.
All right. I'll. I didn't get a lot of wins, but I'll take 11 upvotes. I'm here for it. Sloth Pillow. Mad congrats for killing the game. Oh man. Oh, speaking of automaton, look at Michael right now. What are those? Are those servos firing, or is it just Michael? Oh, okay. Oh, and he's giving us the eye, Michael. I'm a single man. You can't do this to me, all right?
What a fun game we've had today, friend and co-host Farhan.
Would you like to play another game?
Oh well, why don't you do that? There was
Right.
there was a question, I believe, submitted to our Google form, which you should absolutely do. Submit questions to our Google form if you want questions to appear or be answered on the show. Farhan, remind me what they were though, because I don't remember.
Yeah.
We had two questions come in.
Yeah, I think it was somebody said, "Can I send you a virtual hug?" The answer to that question is, of course. I mean, just all the emojis. Send us a bunch of 07s. Give us a salute once in a while,
Yeah,
Not for patriotism, just because it's my favorite emoji. Why not?
Goodbye, Zeke Slider.
And the second question is how to deal with trolls.
Yes. So it depends on which, like, I assume how to deal with trolls in the context of our games. It depends which party pack you're on. There are various different, like, because we got better at it and are still getting better at it as we go. So some of the older party packs don't have as many of the user features to help deal with trolls while playing our games as some of the later ones do. In Party Pack 7, there's a moderation feature which you can use to see all user submissions that come in before they show up on screen. So you can accept and reject everything before it shows up and ruins the vibe. And going back at least several party packs from like 6.5 and I believe 4, there was censoring. So at least if something shows up and is bad, whoever's the VIP, the first person who joins the game, they can censor material so that it is removed from the screen and doesn't show up again after that point. There's some of the things that you can do to help prevent trolls. You can also require Twitch login for people to join the game, which helps filter out some people and just keep like anyone from showing up if you're someone who's streaming. Trying to think, is there anything I missed, Farhan?
No, that's about it. I think you mentioned I don't know if you mentioned this, but in the older games we have manual censoring. So if you're playing an older game with that has manual censoring as an option, look for it. If you're the VIP, you can look at some of the options or censor them at least so they're not on the screen for a super long period of time. So you'll see, like in Drawful, for example, you'll have a manual censoring button you can block a player, and then if they're doing some suspect stuff, you can make them do suspect stuff you could basically block them from playing the game, but without ruining the game for everybody else. So, yeah, I think that was the only other thing that I would want to mention with that.
Yes.
Also, and if you're talking about trolls in real life, my main suggestion has been to mostly ignore them. Give them the distraction unit, yeah. Try to
don't
lie,
feed them.
Maybe just beat around the bush a little bit. Try to I don't really know. The thing is that what you want to do is basically just ignore them. That's like the best way I could, if we were talking about serious advice. Most of the time, people are looking for a rise. If you don't give them one, they don't care.
Right. For a lot of people, getting the reaction, any kind of reaction is already like success in the troll's mind. So it is not your duty to like fix all people, especially people who are being like aggressive towards you. So it's not, don't put that burden on yourself to like try and fix everything and everyone. Sometimes it is better to just ignore things and try to move on. It's choosing where to place your energy, and in negative people is not always the best place for it.
Completely agree. And if someone's not going to give you your respect, they're not worth yours.
You know what? So you can take that advice to the bank. It ain't no lie.
It ain't no. Oh, listen, it's nothing but truth. Ain't nothing. No fibs. We don't have any hacks, no fricks, and no fibs on this show.
But Farhan, what if I want some fibs?
Well, if you want some fibs, then how about you fib along with us in Fibbage 2? Look at these segues. Oh.
You're telling me we made a game about fibbing?
Oh, man. You wouldn't even guess. Listen.
Tell me more, Farhan.
Hey, in this game, fibbing's allowed. It's encouraged, which is the worst part. In regular life, I was trying to make a segue earlier where I was like, maybe just beat around the bush, fib a little. That was, and then I went backward. That's what I was trying to do, but then it didn't work out, and then I was like, this is a better moment to be like, hey, if you actually have trolls.
You went for the heartfelt moment? Ugh, that's why you'll never be a good comedian.
Oh my god, how dare I? What is this? An after school special? Huh? Alright, let's get this show on the road. Well, this show's already been on the road.
Let's get this party cooking. Let's get
start
this
lying to our audience. what you don't know.
If you're just tuning in to reintroduce the show, this is Devs and Diaries, a somewhat weekly show where myself, Michael, and my co-host Farhan, we are both developers of Jackbox games, and we play some Jackbox games and answer your questions that you can ask us in chat right now or submit ahead of time at a Google form link that is somewhere. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, and you know, it could be a question about development. It could be a question about artistry, how to get into the game development sphere, how to get into literally anything. I mean, we talked about free will for probably longer than anybody was expecting, and it was a good time. I had a great time. So, hey.
And I liked it, or at least I think I liked it.
Sausages were often
It's a Cookie Bird says, still waiting for Dave's and Diaries, where everyone is named Dave. The best part about that is that all of our art that's on the screen was made by a Dave. So, you know, it really is
was
Dave's
this
and
a Dave in
Diaries.
a special?
This is a Dave in a special. So, every single time we have this stream, it is with a Dave. Dave made our diary.
A little bit of Dave is in all of our games. I think that's true, actually. I want to say that Dave has been involved in every Party Pack game in some fact.
I think so.
Okay, there are your choices.
Devs and Daves and Diaries. This is yup, 100%.
Devs and Daves and Diaries. Saucies!
We need to... Oh, God.
Oh. I love Saucies. Thank goodness for the light cup, because Saucies needs to win the light cup. Ugh.
Oh, man.
Okay, let's take a look.
Man, you know, I was thinking about this morning, and... Oh, nice. Michael.
Got someone.
How does that make you feel that you're lying to our audience, man? What?
I love exhibiting influence over others.
It's my favorite thing. It's
Think of going into politics next.
Get into politics next. Ooh, this man's trying to do distraction.
Well, I'm trying to get rich.
Career.
Oh, Farhan. Oh no.
Listen, man, I like.
Oh.
Oh, Michael, you too. Little
I
bags
thought I
of
had
men?
it. It was so late in the reveal order.
Yes.
Oh no. Dude, no one's gonna get
Yes.
it.
Little bags of possum. That makes sense. Mystery makes sense.
Oh, dang.
Oh.
And nobody picked the other lies up there.
Wait, Cookie, did we get each other? I think, yeah. I love this game. This game's a lot of fun. Speaking of which, speaking of fun, and actually one of the most satisfying things I take for granted. Sorry. I opened up a new jar of peanut butter this morning, all right? Hot stuff. Hot
Oh,
stuff.
going back to the peanut butter that started it all.
Yeah.
This show specifically.
Yeah. That and the Wiggles. Oh, you guys missed the Wiggles. That was too saucy.
Indian
Oh,
native Booty
Michael,
Singh has the claim to fame
no.
of being the youngest person to blank at the age of
But
3.
we're talking about peanut butter. Oh, he's coming back with the Wiggles. Chunky. Oh, absolutely smooth for my boy Michael. No, I'm a chunky peanut butter kind of guy, but Michael is smooth all day. Look at him, just glistening and gliding across the screen like that, baby.
Oh, I've got a lie.
Oh yeah, right. Me too.
Hurry, hit the lie for me button if you can't think of something.
But peanut butter. There is not a more
Okay, there's a
satisfying
truth out
feeling
there.
than
Find it.
opening up a new jar of peanut butter and putting in like the knife. It makes me feel guilty, but I absolutely adore it. I wish there was a way to smooth out the top peanut butter so I could do that literally every single time.
Yeah.
I rope across the can. How do you feel about the peanut butter that you have to mix?
Whatever
where it's like it's real peanut butter, so
It's the
it's like
homogeneous
separated.
one. Yeah, or heterogeneous one. Yeah. How do I feel about it? I don't mind. See, Kill a Lion. I thought Kill a Lion was gonna get everybody. That seemed wrong. Y'all don't know anything about. I don't either. I don't know anything. Was it actually finish a marathon?
No way.
No way.
Oh!
You mad lad.
I am the authority.
You know,
On
honestly,
marathons until middle school.
man, I
This
wouldn't have guessed.
Indian
I wouldn't have thought.
That's it.
Wouldn't have thought.
Nobody else's lives got picked.
Young person. That seems too long. Humans are very good at running long distances.
No, they're walkie boys. They're really walkie boys. That's the problem. Like,
The greatest description of humanity,
for real.
In all
Like,
times.
we're
our bipedal movement, really does set us apart.
we're we're
Okay, here's the
a
question.
bipedal battle
Astronauts
tank,
Samantha
Metal Gear. Is that what
Cristoforetti,
you're
the
talking about
first
right now?
Italian woman
You're
in
not.
space,
I'm
now
sorry.
holds the
I'll
distinct
take any
first
chance to make anything
person
about
to
Metal Gear.
blank.
Metal
Please
Gear
give this
says-
to me, Michael.
Write your lies
Back to the
now.
mixing peanut butter. You know, I actually never got into mixing peanut butter, but I feel like I never really got into a peanut butter that was mixable. I feel like they're really expensive typically. I'm a Skippy kind of guy just because like Skippy, you can get that from Costco. But I definitely gotta try the mixing peanut butter. I feel like I would like it a little bit better.
Hurry up. Use a suggestion if you can't think of anything. Okay, take a look.
See,
and
I feel
find
like
the truth.
bipedal movement sets us apart only because of our only because of our spines. Like, you put a dog on 2 legs, and they're not gonna like that very much.
Have you seen cats that always sit like up? It's terrifying. Terrifying.
Is it? I mean, it is a little bit. I will admit, but I kind of. My problem with like non-bipedal animals sitting in a bipedal way.
Oh, I
is
thought you
that-
were just gonna leave it at non-bipedal animals.
My problem with non-bipedal
All right,
animals.
let's see what everybody picked.
What do you need 2 more legs for?
Farhan, you
What?
thought that no one pooped in space before?
Yeah, why not? How was I supposed
What did
to?
you think they did?
You know, fuck me. Forget it. Listen, the problem is that I forgot that Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, they went to space and they did all their bullcrap, right? I was like, oh, well, they could be a woman. Maybe she was the first woman to poop in space. I didn't think. Listen, I forget sometimes. I forget that history was very. Make espresso makes a lot of sense in hindsight because it is an Italian woman. Like, this all makes sense now. But I wasn't
Yes.
thinking, to me, I wasn't thinking like Italian woman. I was just thinking astronaut. What did she do? Probably poop in space. What else are you gonna do in space? The first thing I would do.
I
if you put me
agree.
on
I agree that you must poop in space. I agree.
If you were to
But
strap
then-
me to the broadside of a rocket, the first thing I'm gonna do is poop. Guaranteed. Well, I should probably
Thank
call my
you.
mom.
Thank you, audience, for your support of a bippity boppity.
This is round 2, which means all point values are doubled.
Farhan. You have so much to learn
It's gone
What do I have?
about pooping and about space.
I'm just saying,
category.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like y'all just don't
Okay,
understand.
here's the question. 1988
I feel like I'll never be understood in this game of
She could have
cribbage.
been the first Italian woman to poop in space. Who knows? Why am I getting?
That wasn't the distinction. She was the first. I think it was the first Italian woman in space, but the first person to blank in space. So it's
You know
any
what?
person. It wasn't like
Maybe she was the first
Of a
Italian
group.
woman to poop in space. I don't know. I feel like the question
No.
is the problem. And I have a complaint for our writers. I'm gonna tell them right now.
Hurry, hit the live for me button if you can't think of something.
What's the best thing to put on peanut butter on? What's the best thing to put peanut butter on besides PB&J? Oh man, it is banana.
Okay,
Peanut
which
butter
one's
banana
the
sandwiches
truth?
are the bee's knees. I love that.
Oh
That-
yeah.
And if you're not, you said except for jam, but the raspberry bomami or whatever, bomama, I don't know what it is, but it's lovely. BONNEMAMA, I think. It is bonne mamma. It is so good. I'm disrespecting everybody who probably speaks some sort of romantic language, and I apologize. I'm gonna be. Oh no! I knew that. Oh crap! I actually know the answer.
A related question from Sloth Pillow of how do you feel about crackers? As long as there's something on them, like crackers by themselves, I like fine, I guess.
I'm a big fan.
Okay, so I admit that this would hear you laugh. It was a bit derivative, but I fell for it. So I guess it did its job well.
I think
Kind of
it's.
spooky.
Heck yeah!
Hear you honk? No way.
Heck yeah!
Oh, okay.
Heck yeah!
Apple slices, good answer, Joshy.
Peanut butter and celery, pretty good. Oh wow, 2 people said hear you honk. It's yup. That's not. Oh, I thought I knew this one. I'm pretty sure. Is it East ice cream? Oh my god.
What?
You know, I watched this movie
Because
and
in
I still
space,
didn't remember
you eat
this.
Dippin' Dots, the ice cream of the future.
Oh, I get it. Like I scream, you
And
scream, we
nobody
all scream
fell
for
some of
ice
these
cream.
ingenious lies.
Is that the?
Yeah, that makes sense. That I think
I feel
that's
like
the
that's
first
like
time I
2
got
steps
points.
away from.
Yes.
Farhan, we are tied. This is no bueno.
Why? You think you're better than me now?
Select a category.
Alright.
Yeah, this game must be broken.
Alright.
This game must be broken because we simply are not equal in fibbageability.
I will actively admit that I'm not the best at our games, but I like to have fun.
Oh, I am bad. I'm pretty bad at our
I tend
games.
to
I'm
lose.
okay at talking points, I'll be honest.
Talking
but
points is my favorite.
I'm pretty bad at everything else.
We should play Talking Points. We talked about it a bunch, but
We should. You're right. And I could talk about that game forever.
yeah, we did champed up. Seems like fair to do Talking Points too.
Hurry up. Use a
It's
suggestion.
only fair.
Think of anything.
Don't forget to use that
Find the
defibrillator.
truth.
Peanut butter and roasted chicken? Really?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, that's kind of like what is it, satay? S-A-T-A-Y, that dish. That's usually served.
Oh no, I think you're thinking
You know
of
what I'm talking
Eric. No, you're talking about Eric Satke, who made No Mi Pide. What is that? I don't know. I'm trying to be.
I mean, you're definitely out-culturing me right now. I have no idea.
Man, I ain't got none of that shit. Man, I don't. Listen, man, I don't have culture. I don't know anything.
Well, if you don't have culture, I have no hope.
No me
Because,
pide. No me pidi. I don't know. Satay, a peanut sauce and chicken.
Yeah, someone knows.
Yeah.
There's a Thai place, surprisingly in Traverse City, that I love. Has good satay.
I don't know if I've ever had it. The only peanut
rest
sauce
of the
type
board
thing I've
goes
had has
unselected.
been pad thai, and I was not a fan.
Ooh,
But to be
that's
honest,
people love it. The people.
It's a hot take.
And
I don't know
Farhan,
everything.
you have fallen.
Yeah,
you have
I know. I still stand by. What, you think you're better than me? Come on, man.
Time to pick a category.
What's happening?
I'm
Yeah.
just saying I was able to correctly identify a peanut sauce
here's the
chicken
question.
dish.
Chef
Pad
Adam
Thai.
Holcroft is
So-
opening
Pad-
Britain's
see,
first
the problem- I feel
restaurant
like I
that
didn't get
serves
Cookie,
Thai.
you're in last place. No one's gonna help you.
Rise now.
It's a competitive game, and we're taking it very seriously.
You gotta lie. You gotta lie better. You know, the mom's asking, where have you been all night? You better tell her it's the arcade or you're gonna get in trouble.
She's gonna smell the arcade games on you. The smell of quarters.
Hurry, hit the live for me button if you can't think of something.
Sometimes I
Okay,
just
where's
go
the
for the
truth?
joke. Sometimes I just go for the joke.
No, I do that most of the time. That's the problem. That's my secret cap. I always go for the joke. That's a nightmare.
What is it? Can I get a suggestion from the audience of object you might find around your home? Dildo. Any other suggestions?
What was it?
Just dildo as a suggestion.
Oh yeah.
Hey, what did everyone pick?
It's a trope.
God.
Dare I ask what an astronaut dish would be?
Ah.
Dare I ask?
Espresso from what we've learned from an oiler.
Astronauts don't use dishes because they would have to wash them, and water, it like the surface tension of water makes it like beat up, right? Like, and fly everywhere. So washing dishes would be super inefficient. All the food is in pre-made packages that you just toss the package
Here's
after
something
you're
you
done
might be interested in.
eating.
Waiter, there is
I've
a
always-
soup.
Oh,
Have you ever had the
every,
astronaut
dude, every
And that's
like some people put sausage in seafood. The vast majority of people read that question as the kind of dish, like of plate, not the kind of like food option. Or maybe I just read it that way. It was about half and half actually.
I
now that I'm
I
looking
put
at it.
sausage on there just to
You're
make
about to
it.
enter the final 50.
I'm realizing
I
now
felt
that
like
I
it
had a
was
big
And
understanding,
it
a misunderstanding.
was triple.
Um,
Good luck. And
Look, I
Bug
had a big.
your
Yeah, it seemed like a red herring. I didn't see. I feel like Bug was gonna be right, but
brand
yeah, I was
name
right.
given to the first disposable diapers. Type in your lies now. Hurry up! Use a suggestion if you can't think of anything. Okay, here you go. Find the truth.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
This is gonna be a bloodbath.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. It's gonna be a damn. Problem is that I know I'm not. I gotta make a big moves in this round.
Farhan, I could lose to you if you get it right and I don't.
No, there's no way.
I think we have less than 3K separating us right now, right?
Dude, I don't think you understand how bad I am at this game. I'm not. Listen, I'm a good
Uh-oh.
liar in real life.
Uh-oh.
Not- I went with big pockets.
Yes!
Buttholes. No.
Yes! Big pockets!
Oh my god. If it is Huggies, I'm gonna be so mad. That seems fair. Okay.
Oh no.
Is it actually
oh, no. I think I might have gotten it.
Did you get it? Dang.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm just gonna sit in this hole that I dug for
Boaters.
myself.
Because
Freaking
who would think of the
boaters.
word boat? Who
I
would think
don't
of the
know.
word boat?
That's why I went with defecators. Dang, last place. But here's the thing. You first place! Look at you! My baby boy! He's growing up! Who got the... Oh, EV20, killing it with the likes.
No.
Michael.
Oh, it was a tie.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
two people won.
I thought I got second.
Nope.
Wow. Wow.
Dang.
Well,
Oh,
truly a
man.
come from behind.
Oh, Sloth, don't
Uh,
worry. I was the whole thing is that we're playing reverse order, bottom up. I'm actually in first in this game. Listen.
Wow,
They said-
incredible. Joshy, bringing it back to the boat that beats.
God, for real, every time. I wish I was a boat
Farhan
guy.
versus boats, greatest rivalry
Oh my
of the
God.
21st century.
All of the world's problems are caused by boats. I've gone through this multiple times. I think literally boats is the start of all of our problems. Check out my book. Boycotting
The
boats.
book is called Press Reset. It's published
It's
by
it's called it's
Grand
called
Central Publishing.
ban those boycotting boats, man. Ban those brandishing boats, man. Brandishing boats. The knife tutorial. That's what my book is called. Check it out.
The knife. What does that mean? Well,
my
you know,
God.
it's about that time for Han.
It
where
is about that
The things
time.
are winding down, and we gotta come up with something to put in our shared diary. Please don't read it; it's private. But also, please watch our show.
Oh, and actually, please read our diary. Wait, what? Oh, we're trusting you this week. This time, listen.
We're being trustful and sharing this very private part of ourselves publicly on the internet with you.
You're
So
mean the world to us, and we just feel like we can open up and talk to you for a second. And going over the topics that we talked about today, it's kind of like what did we talk about? We talked about looking at my little notes here. We talk about dealing with trolls, space poop, whatever the hell.
oh boy, Italian space poop. We had to really.
Oh, we talked about Dad's rigatoni.
Oh, it's very. I mean, Italian themes. I enjoy it. But also, we would be remiss if not to mention the peanut butter, which was a bit of a through line.
Yeah, we did
was a
talk
bit of
about
a-
peanut
bit of a
butter. We
through line.
talked about a little bit of shakes too. We talked about smooth versus chunky. We talked about free will. That was an interesting one. We have
You
no
know,
free
there's going to
will.
be a single sentence that ties all of this together so beautifully.
Oh. What is a good sentence that? Well, what would if you had to boil this down
There's
to
something
a
about
topic?
free will and chunky versus smooth. I don't know, right?
Okay, let's talk about. So I'm gonna. This episode is titled, How about to scoop? Question mark.
The scoop.
scoop?
Okay.
Oh, I got you. All right, we're gonna go to scoop or to spread. That is the question.
Scoop or to
To
spread.
start off, since we started, we talked about what did we talk about? We talk about like how the best thing in life is that sweet first scoop of peanut butter, right?
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
that? Like,
It's all downhill from there.
Mhm.
And you know, whether or not you choose to do it, it'll happen anyways because we are but clouds and waves. We are natural beings. We just have complicated games. You know?
Interesting. So are you
Much like the boat atop water. We will just flow regardless of what we decide.
Ah, I see where you're coming from. It's not about you don't control the direction you go in. You let the waves take you. You can only control how you get there.
Mm-hmm.
I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. You adjust the sails. You hoist the mast. Just to make the ride smoother along the way. I got you, man.
Oh, smooth.
Smooth. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, hold up. All right. Where are we at? How about are we trying to what's the main things? We're trying to go boat, we're trying to do boat, we're trying to do free will.
It's like whether the waves be choppy or chunky. Yeah.
Keep spitting.
Adjust your sails and all will be smooth.
Okay.
It's not bad. I'm gonna say on a limb, it's not bad.
I kind of like it.
What?
How about I'm gonna spruce it up and add a little bit of double entendre, if you will. How about sometimes the weather is chunky, right? Sometimes the weather is chunky. Adjust your sails to make it a smooth. I make it a smooth. I feel like there's something else. There's something here.
Chunky. I feel like there's something with chunky.
Oh, dude, the weather is chunky. Oh, dude, I got you.
Whether the weather is chunky or whether the weather
or whether the weather is smooth. Whether the weather is chunky or whether the weather is smooth.
Whether the weather is smooth.
Adjust the sails, my dude.
adjust the sails. What is it? Crack open the pails and
Adjust.
have a few brews with your dudes. I mean,
oh my god, is that a thing?
I don't know. I mean, I just made it a thing.
Oh, whether the weather is chunky or whether okay, I like that.
Yeah. Whether the weather is chunky or whether the weather is smooth, adjust your sails, crack open the pails, and have a few brews with your dudes. That's like pretty good.
Can we replace brews so we don't make it alcohol related? That's the only thing that I'm thinking of.
I know.
What was it? Adjust your sails.
No. Oh, this is way
got it.
better. Adjust your sails, crack open the pails, and have some canned foods with your dudes.
Oh, phenomenal.
Oh, it's so good.
Crack open some what?
I'm saying pails as in Pails. I
Yep.
wonder if there's something better. But
Have some canned food with your dudes. I'm here.
foods gotta be plural because
Oh yes.
foods, dudes. It don't rhyme if it doesn't have the plural, or else my one friend will yell at me for slant rhyming again. It's always the worst.
Oh, perfect. Whether the weather is chunky or whether the weather is smooth, adjust your sails, crack open some pails, and have some canned food with your dudes. Oh.
Wow.
I think, yes, that is absolutely,
Wow.
yeah, if there was one thing to sum up, that might be the best. That might be my favorite quote that we've had so far. Basically, we're just doing nursery rhymes now. Hi, welcome to Devs and Diaries, the nursery rhyme podcast. Where we come up with
The Nursery Rhyme Podcast. I'm your host,
for
Farhan.
podcast again. I'm your host, Michael. Okay. Well, I guess I think that wraps up our show for today. Thanks for coming along with us. And if you have any questions, come back next week or whenever we do this again, which is probably going to be next week. I think our calendars are clear. Is that right? Maybe, but probably.
Next week.
Come back next week and we'll answer all your questions. If you have any more questions in the interim, go to the link that's on your screen right now. And
It's the Google form.
it's a Google form. We'll see it next time. We'll absolutely read it, and we'll probably read it on stream if we can. But there's no way we can unless you submit those questions. So, until next time, adieu, at Wiedersehen, and goodbye.